Hello Raiders, this is Ezron. Welcome to my Bastion. I come to you today from my main account, and it's been quite a while since I made a main account video. The occasion today is there is the Guaranteed Champion event, which I'm relatively sure everyone knows about, but you can get Gottfried Brassclad for 140 ancient shards. Now, the point of why I make a lot of these videos is twofold. Number one is that people tend to react well to the videos, get lots of views and lots of likes. So apparently people like shard pull videos. And the other is really to show, what's possible to do if you track your data in your raid experience. I happen to have 186 ancient shards right now, and you only need 140 to get Geoff, so at this point you can guarantee you get them, and I will have a surplus. One of the things I do, however, is I manually track all of my pools and mercy system counters. I get if you're an RSL helper user, I think that does it for you. I personally don't use that software, so I'm not as familiar with it. But it has been 3 ancient shards since I got my last legendary, so I will not be on the mercy system after this, but it will get me close, assuming I have to go all the way to the 140 shards in order to get Geoff. Also, I keep a pretty good track of the champions I really want, and there's a lot of champions here that you can get from ancient shard, which there's a reasonable chance to get. It's at 1% from ancients. When I'm doing this, I would really love to beat the odds and get 2 champions here. One being the guaranteed Gottfried Brassclad, and I would love any of these demon spawn champions, as well as a Rotos would be a lot of help in arena use, or either a Valkyrie or a Draco to help in either arena or clan boss respectively. Now, of course you can't guarantee any of these, but hopefully I can get a bit lucky. Of course, there's also a fair number of void champions I want, which we can't get today. So I'm going to pop back to the client and start executing some pulls, and we will see how I do. And here we are back in the summoning portal. I'm going to get this kicked off in just a moment. Everyone's seen the list of champions that I want. There are basically no affinity epics that really would get me super fired up. We're really in here just fishing for some legendaries and seeing how we do. Really, the best outcome for me would be Gottfried Brassclad in the first 10 pool. That would make it for a short video, but probably I'll add something after if that's what happens. Otherwise, we're going to pull until we get him, and the event is over for me. Let's start with the first 10. There we go. And coming in, not a whole lot of help overall. We did get a dupe Lordly Legionary, who is a login champion and not generally thought of very highly. I did use Bogwalker for a long time in my clan boss team. He's got an A1 attack down, but not a lot of help other than food anywhere. Now here we go into the second 10 pool. Let's see how we do. Come on. Is double chances even on? It doesn't really seem like I'm doing a whole lot. This wasn't quite a rare tax, but not a lot of help either. Now the third 10 pool, bringing my total shards to 30. Come on, give me something good. Might this be a rare tax? Well, that is a complete rare tax pool with not a lot of help regardless of how you look at it. Come on into the fourth 10 pool. I think 2 more and we'll have to do cleanup. Let's see what we're doing. Please don't give me 2. All right, at least it's not 2 rare taxes in a row, but with only a Mistress of Hymns. That's not a lot of help. Now into my fifth 10 pool. Come on. Just give me like a double or a triple epic to make me feel like double chances are on, and this is not it at all. Berengari, at least he might be helpful as a book. He's somewhat valued for taking on Bommel, who is in the current Doom Tower rotation. But that's about it. Now the 6-10 pull, and I think after this I'm going to have to go free up some vault space. Let's see how we're doing. Not beating any kind of odds quite yet. A Magnar. He is a super good arena nuker, and I have one partially built, but that's about all we're doing. I'm going to go clean up some space, and I will be right back. Okay, and here we are back into the summoning portal after 60 what I would describe as very mediocre to poor pulls, getting into the 7th 10 pool for a grand total of 70 shards. Let's see how we're doing. Come on, let's get something good out of lucky number 7. Starting off with 2 epics in a row. This is sort of what I would have expected in double chances. Not a lot of help. I have several miscreated monsters, and Ursian Ice Crusher I think has never seen action on my account, but at least percentages seem to be working well. Now moving on to the 8-10 pool for a grand total of 80 shards. Let's see what we're doing. Galax still keeping in the rare tax. Come on, give me at least some epics that I might. There we go. Oh, a Helicath. So that's super interesting. On the 80th shard, I got a Helicath. I did the fusion for him when I got him. I don't know if 2 would be super useful or not, but certainly he'll go into Faction Guardians. You know, Demon Spawn is a really strong faction, and I think that would be a lot of help. Very, very interesting. And I guess technically I did get what I asked for by beating the odds. We've got potentially up to 60 shards left to pull to get Gottfried Brassclad, but you know, overall a dupe, but a reasonable outcome so far. Let's get into my 9th 10 pull. Up to shards 90. It would be awesome to get another legendary and super beat the odds before we get there. Not doing it so far with what looks like a rare tax pool. Oh, at least there's an epic. Darther Hunger actually might be new to my account. I've never used him for anything and probably won't, but it might be good from a collecting perspective. And then we'll get on to the 10th 10 pool, bringing me to 100 shards. Come on, let's get a legendary I don't have. That would be great to get as we get to the 100 shards. A Dreg. I've got one of them built already. This is what I would like to see. This makes me feel like double chances are on. Phoenix actually might be useful for me as a book, and Sinesha is really awesome, but I already have one of her. Now moving into the 11th 10 pool, bringing my total to 110 shards. Let's see how we're doing. Come on, something awesome. Not it so far. Pitiless one. Not a lot of use. All right, at least a second epic and a third epic. This is what I like to see in a double chance weekend pulls. I think that was 110 for me. I need to go clean up some space, but overall, at least now we're into some reasonable outputs. And here we are back in the summoning portal. I've pulled 30 shards since my last legendary that was a dupe, and I've got 30 more to go until I get a Gottfried Brassclad. You know, at this point, anything I pull at least is good for food. Let's try to beat the odds. Come on for pool number 13, bringing me up to 130, and let's see how we do. A Soul Drinker, interesting. He actually might be a useful book for me. A Lady Erish. She was a special champion at some point, either a Doom Tower champion or a login or something. So I've never used her. Could be interesting, but not necessarily a lot of help. Now this should be the 14th, bringing me to 140. Let's see how we're going to do. I might be off on one of them. Melga Stillgirl, she is quite good, and I use her even at level 50 a fair amount for either Doom Tower or Dwarf Faction Wars. I think I lost count a little bit, so I'm going to go back and check Summoning Portal. Yes. So that was the 13th pull. Now I'm into the 14th. Guaranteed Gottfried Brassclad by the 10th pull if I don't get it. You know, there's still a small chance that I will beat the odds and get a double legendary pull. Not hoping, or not counting on it, but maybe hoping for it. So let's see how we're going to do. Come on, super legendary luck. Not starting out very well. Another Fenchie, I think my second today. A Siege Hulk. And then, you know, as I've come to expect on the last shard, as the guaranteed system works, the Gottfried Brassclad. So I think there's just one more thing to do now that the summoning event is over for me. And that is to go look and see how we did in the Champion Chase tournament. I think a lot of people will be pulling a lot of shards. I'm really just curious, you know, how I rank up and how many points overall I got through this event. And now clicking into Champ Chase, I will say I think I pulled 2 or 3 champions out of mystery shards earlier, so I won't have a nice convenient round number yet. You know, as expected, all of the guaranteed rewards there. 2 legendary books is actually really nice. And so that's interesting for a grand total of 7,423 points, bringing me to 9th place. I will say this guy, Bunter Bart, probably had equally as poor luck as I did. These people could have had much better luck and got additional champs or maybe more legendaries, but you know, overall, I doubt I will pull a whole lot more. The couple of gems you get here aren't worth it, and having already gotten the guaranteed rewards, you know, I think I'm in a good position. So, you know, thanks everyone for watching. These videos tend to go over pretty well. I very well may put a poll out shortly about what kind of content do you like to see, so either think about that or leave some comments in the comment section of the video. I would like to do videos that you all like to see, so if I get some more insight on that, would be happy to do it. Thanks for watching. Please drop a like. This is Ezron signing off.